So today we're going to talk about generating leads, and I'm going to walk through a couple of areas and give us a couple of twists. We'll use some scripts and dialogues, and I'll ask Debbie if she's available to chime in and give us some of her thoughts and her words and how she would position some of these ideas. So as we get started today, if you need something, just jump into the chat box. So you should all be able to see my screen right now. We are talking about the agent business model. Now, I believe that every real estate professional should have a business that's a lot like a chair. If you're looking at my chair in the background here, here's my bar stool, right? In my chair, it has four legs, and because it has four legs, it's stable. Most real estate agents have one leg, and that means their chair just is unstable, and one small thing could wipe out their entire business. I believe strongly that a chair with four legs is stable, a chair with five legs is more stable, and a chair with six legs is rock solid. So consider thinking about where are your leads going to come from going forward. Today specifically, let's talk about where are our seller leads going to come from and what can we do to generate more seller leads while we're all on lockdown or shelter in place or just dealing with the chaos of this particular market. This is a picture of a gym. You know that I didn't take it for obvious reasons, but you know, when I walk into a gym, Deb, I look around and there's so much equipment and there's so many different things and it almost becomes overwhelming. So what I do is I do a couple things, right? And then I see all the really buff guys, right? And all the pretty people, and then I get intimidated and then I walk out the door because I don't belong there. I don't even know what direction to sit on some of these things. A gym can become entirely overwhelming. I want us to think about, especially if you're running a real estate team or you're looking to do a better job at running yourself, instead of offering a gym to our real estate agents, what if we offered a CrossFit program? A CrossFit program, you walk in, probably in this dingy, dirty, industrial space, and on the wall, they have a whiteboard or a chalkboard, and they have written out what's the workout of the day. The workout of the day in CrossFit, like on the screen, it might be 30 squats, 30 push-ups, 30 lunges, sit-ups, flutter kicks, whatever the heck those are, climbers, burpees, like all these sort of things, right? But when you get done, you probably spent half of the amount of time that you did at the gym prior, but you feel like it was 10 times the type of workout. You actually get to have the experience of saying, I won today. Now, we're depriving our real estate agents of that same feeling because they aren't coming in with a CrossFit plan for them to follow. They have no way to know have they won or not. And never has this been more important than today, as many of us are working from our houses, working remotely, trying to keep our distance away from everybody. We all got to have a plan where at the end of the day, we say, we won. We are winning. We did what we were supposed to do. So as you think about today, we've said you need to have 5 or 6 different sources of leads. That's your stable chair. And you got to have a CrossFit plan. Your CrossFit plan is going to be how many calls are you going to do? How many emails are you going to send? How many texts? What are you actually going to say in those conversations? And if you can combine all those things, you can find real success in our business, even during crazy times like this. So your homework today and your challenge is, where are you going to get your 5 sources of buyers for the rest of the year? And where are you going to get your 5 sources of sellers for the rest of the year? On the screen, there's a pie chart, and this is the model of how my team generates 80% of their business. Sphere, both my sphere and the agent sphere. Open houses, now both in-person and virtual open houses. Prospecting, which we'll talk about today. Internet leads, leads from our listings. That is 80% of all the business that we do across the nation and all price points. The last piece of pie is other. That's just random. That could be depending on you. If you do short sales or new construction, or you work with divorce attorneys or probate attorneys, or you've been geographically farming, or you have some special niche or some special ability to go out and network, right? That could be your other. But I'm going to build a business on an 80% plan, not on a 20% plan. So think about today, what are your 5 sources of buyers and what are your 5 sources of sellers going to be? I don't think you just have to have a CrossFit plan. I think you have to have a CrossFit plan for each piece of pie in your business. What is your sphere plan? How are your agents going to interact with their database during this time? What are they going to say to them? How many are they going to reach out to? What are the items of value that they're going to offer? What is your plan? What is your plan? Now, you all have CRMs. I use Brivity because I'm biased. I started Brivity, but it doesn't matter what CRM you use. Jump into your CRM. Make sure that we're tagging everybody appropriately. You're using tags for things like past clients, friend, sphere. You're going to use tags like A+, A, B, C, right? You're going to come up with as many tags as possible that will allow you to quickly organize and sort and focus on the right people today. I don't think now there's ever been a better time for you to go into your CRM and sort by past client and just call them and reach out and ask them how they're doing. Ask them, is this affecting them at all? Lead with empathy. If we need one skill today during these trying times, we need empathy. And our conversations and our scripts need to be empathetic. So step 1, you're going to have your agents get caught up in their database, organize their database, tag it effectively, add the right status, right? Make sure everybody's on listing alerts and market reports. Now is a great time as part of their CrossFit workout to go in and clean up the database for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or 30 minutes every single day. They're sitting at home anyway. It's a good time for us to do it. Once you've done that and you have your people organized into A+, A's, B's, C's, that sort of thing, you figure out how many touches are you going to give each group. So let's quickly walk through what my sphere plan is for my A+. My A+ are going to get an email a couple times a month, a minimum of 2. For me, the majority of those are going to be market reports that go out and send them active, pending, and sold information in their area. I said the other day, Deb, do you think a lot of people are checking their stock account and their retirement account to see what their retirement is worth today? Every day, right? Well, the same things happen in real estate. They're wondering how much equity that they have in their home. We've seen a 30 or 40% increase in open rates to market reports and over 100% increase in returns to market reports, people that hadn't looked at them in 3 or 4 months, because everybody's curious what their retirement account in real estate is looking like. They need to know, am I going to pull equity out? Should I sell? Should I invest? And they're very curious. They're counting on us to be the deliverer of that information. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to mail everybody once a month, a handwritten card, a postcard, just something of value. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to call them. Everybody in your database needs to get at least 1 call a month on a regular basis every month for the whole year. And during these times, maybe you're calling them even more often. I've been calling my database just like you all, and I've been just calling to say, how are you doing? Is this affecting you at all? Would it be okay if we kept in touch every week or every 2 weeks during this time? And I'm just curious what you're doing. And I'm calling other business owners and networking and talking to them. I'm inviting these people to get on to happy hours on Zoom with me and just connect and share and talk, just like Debbie's doing coffee in the mornings on Saturday. I'm getting face-to-face with people and connecting others, and I'm becoming the hub. And I do that based on my calls. Hey, would you be willing to jump on a Zoom with me? Or jump on a Zoom with a group of us, right? Now, visits kind of out of the way right now, but traditionally I try to get in front of my people at least 3 times a year, and that's face-to-face. So in the meantime, I'm going to be saying, how do I get face to face by a Zoom 3 times a year until this chaos lets off so they can see my face? A Zoom call like you're on today, or a FaceTime, some sort of way for them to see us and us to see them. They want that connection. There's a lot of lonely people right now, and they need to know that somebody out there is caring and thinking about them.